Testing, testing. Am I locked up? Oh, I think okay, I've got it. Hopefully. Oh, I think okay. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you can hear me. I don't know what is going on with my iPad. I've got it in front of me, so I didn't have to do this on the computer, but apparently still having issues. How about now?
How about now? No, no, no. Oh,
Noise. How do I don't know. Maybe I don't need to do lives anymore. Noise. How do I don't know. Maybe I don't need to do lives anymore. Okay, well, I have volume on YouTube. Okay, well, I have volume on YouTube. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'll just, I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to do this, but it is what it is. I don't need volume to check comments, so once I can make sure I've got volume, so over to my Facebook page on hopefully I don't get a bunch of sound back. Hopefully I don't get a bunch of sound back. I think it's lagging. Hopefully I don't get a bunch of sound back. I don't know. I'm just gonna put a note. If you're having a hard time hearing me, please head over to youtube.com/at Heidi mine. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna be like all of a sudden I'm gonna let it go. What's up, homies? We're almost 10 minutes in and I haven't done anything yet. Um, oh, okay. Sarah says she can hear me. Hi, Sarah. I miss you. Although I've seen you even when I wasn't going live, so that works. Um, Hi, I'm Heidi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a work at home handmade business owner at HeidiMind.com, as well as a homeschool mom to 12 and 13-year-old girls. I go live on Facebook and YouTube, hopefully, moving forward, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. And during the live, I share about things going on with my business, homeschooling, and our personal lives. I am reading from my script. It's been a long time. Be sure to follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube to get notifications when I post videos or go live, and feel free to like or hit the thumbs up button, as this helps more people just like you see the videos and come hang out. If you are joining me live tonight, please comment with #live, and if you are watching on the recording, you can comment with #replay. This lets me know when people are watching and if I need to change up my times. And if you are not already subscribed, be sure to check the pinned link. I don't think it worked on YouTube again. So I will put that in there in just a minute. To sign up for the email list for updates about new products, blog posts, sales, and other fun things going on. Like the crazy summer-ween I just had. That was super, super fun. Let me put this link in and then I can talk to the camera. HeidiMind.com/subscribe. Boop. Okay. So Summerween was supposed to be 10 days of kind of Halloween themed sales. I had a bunch of ideas of things that I was going to introduce to my business, and I can show you those. I wasn't planning on showing you, so they're not cut well. So my nails are horrible, so hot mess mom over here. I'm gonna own it and I'm gonna deal. But yeah, so I don't know. It was best intentions, best intentions. I wanted to do 10 days of deals. So every day I wanted it to be a different deal. But I realized that I don't have any of my like home decor stuff listed. I don't have my planner bands and my planner clips. I was really surprised about that. And when I went back into my photos are horrible. They're really old. So I don't know if I didn't update them ever. I thought I did, but I need to retake them. And that's a whole thing. So I will be working on that. Um, but I had started making things like bag tags. So I made like this little coffin guy and a skull and a cute little ghost. Um, I made some hocusy pocusy things that like a little charm and a key fob. I made a new Ghoul Gang bag tag. It's just kind of big. Let's see what else. So these I have not cut out yet, but these little guys, those are more charms. I don't think I got around to doing any more of the new. I think I just did a lot of charms and bag tags. This is a charm that is a letter charm with kind of a haunted mansion feel. These are more key fobs, so it's like a rainbow, like a Halloween rainbow kind of thing. These are charms. They say rotten to the core. Key fobs that are simply meant to be. Charms that are jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, I did do all of the witch sister charms. So then you have this one and this one. I was thinking about doing them with a glitter vinyl and I never ended up doing it. And then this patchworky one. And if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you may have seen in the stories yesterday, Yesterday was disco day because it's super fun to follow these weird like holidays. So it was disco day, and I have a bag pattern and some other kind of patterns for disco ball themed items. So I started making the bag and some of the charms. I did not end up finishing them because life. It is what it is sometimes. What can I say? But I will be working those and getting those out um, into the shop. Generally, there will be more things on the website than there will be in my Etsy shop. Etsy has certain rules about things. I don't want to get too close to like copyright infringement, trademark infringement, because if they shut me down, then that's it. There's not a whole lot of coming back from that. So, um, on my website, I have a little bit more freedom, let's say. I do try moving forward. I'm trying to stay away from some copyright things, but I do have some that are, we'll say, inspired by. So I do have my Halloween pop-up shop that is open. The Summerween sale did not end up. I did go the whole 10 days. I have to say that, but it wasn't really how I wanted it to be. Um, I There were a couple of sales set up right in the back end of my website, and then there were emails that I had started and then I forgot to hit schedule. So it kind of, the last few days really got off, like off schedule. Um, but it is what it is, like you do your best and you learn. And I made lots of notes for next time because I'll do it next year. I have no problem doing it next year. I learn, I live and I learn, and then I move on to the next thing. So I'm moving some things around on my computer so that I can also see some of my scripts because I did make some notes um, because it has been a while since I've done a live stream. I think it's been about 3 months. I think I stopped in at the end of February. I'm not really sure though, to be honest. Not really sure. So do please forgive me when I'm spacing out now and then because I'm trying to think of things to say that I started to write a script and then I got called away to do things, and then I don't know about you, but if I get interrupted, my train of thought just completely leaves the track. So in the past, I have normally done my live streams for an hour. I think that for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be aiming more around 30 to 45 minutes. I think that's a little bit more doable for me so that I'm not rambling too much. And I also think that it's a little bit more logical and realistic for anybody that wants to hang out because an hour can be a long time just to listen to me talk. And I can listen to myself talk, whenever, whenever it's fine. Um, Sometimes I may go longer, I may go the full hour. I will always try to cap out at around an hour because going for longer than an hour is a lot. Um, Although I've said it before, my dream is to talk in a filibuster for like 24 hours straight. So it's a thing. Um, and I realized I got my hair cut after my last live stream, so it is shorter. I'm not I'm not as in love with it now as I was when I first got it cut. The lady that cut it did a great job, but she did it on a like a side part, which is fine because when my hair's short, I normally side part it. But it depends on the day if I want to side part it on the left or the right because I have a really weird head. Not that you care. Um, so yeah, and I don't have pigtails right now. So I was really like, oh, can I do a live anymore without having pigtails? But it is long enough now that I can put it in pigtails. I just wanted to wear it down today. It's like 500 different colors. Um, I think I want to go more pink and let it grow a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm really invested. I'm in my pigtail era, I think. So that's that. I don't want to talk too much about that. Um, so I figured for this video, just to kind of get back in the game, I figured I'd just do a little recap over the last 3 months. The kids finished their state testing. Um, I I like to get into our computer system for the school. So I actually found the test scores. So Sarah, just if you need me to walk you through it, let me know. But I found the kids' test scores. And mm, we had some good points and some interesting things on them. I don't use tests as like a grading measure. I use them to look at like where the kids are excelling and where we need to work. So tests for me are meh. Um, but yeah. And then my oldest, Samantha, she did graduate from the 8th grade, and Sarah was there. So now I have a middle schooler and high schooler. Gasp. It's a strange world right now because 30 years ago, I was starting my senior year in high school. Um, so it's very weird. It's very weird. Um, and next year's school year is going to look a little different for us. We, for our particular school, we have a hybrid school. I've talked about this before. We can do homeschooling. We can do predominantly homeschooling, which is what Miss Sarah does. And if you are ever interested in homeschooling, she is homeschool mom goals, in my opinion. I'm a little biased, but she really is homeschool mom goals. And you can go check out her YouTube channel, Home with Sarah Jane. Um, she's got great stuff for curriculum. Um, I've always really struggled with the curriculum part. We've gone very generic. It's boring. It's meh. Um, so this year, because the kids are older, the hybrid part of our school, they offer more options. So both kids will be doing more in-person classes. I like the setup. I feel like for Sam, it is going to prep her for college. She only goes 3 days a week. It's about 3 to 4 hours a day. And she basically gets the assignments and then she does everything at home, more of an independent study. So I'm just kind of a tutor. There's a couple of things that I have to do, like health class and PE, but I don't really have to do like a curriculum necessarily for that. Um, we're going to use the school's health because I just didn't even want to think about it. So that works. And then for Evie, she is taking science and language arts at the school, which are like, I kind of could have done them because we've already done those with Sam. No, Sam did on site for her 7th grade year also. So this works out perfect because I don't even have the curriculum for that year for Sam. um, but I know what it's like to have her in those classes. So I know kind of the how to navigate. And then math and social studies, we've got that covered. Um, so thinking that I'm going to have a little bit more time, I registered for school for me. I'm going to be going back to school to work on getting a teaching degree. Ironically, those tests that you take in high school that like tell you what you should do, and they said I should be a flight attendant or a teacher, and I said no thanks. So, and then I ended up being a homeschool mom, and now I'm gonna go back to school to be a teacher. Life is weird. Life is so weird. But my brother just came to California to visit recently. He walked me through a lot of the process. It's going to be not overwhelming. I basically take one class at a time. The classes are about 5 weeks long, and it'll take about 4 years to get through it. So by the time my youngest is halfway through high school, I will be close to ready to be a teacher. Um, and I said the only way that I would do it is if I got to work for the school that we use. So hopefully, I mean, California, I think schools are always looking for teachers in general, so I shouldn't have a problem. But I'm like, I'll just work in the office and sub. That would be perfect for me. I don't have to come up with curriculum. So yeah, I'm excited and I'm nervous and I'm a little bit freaked out, but I really think that this is just going to be another amazing adventure for us. And yeah, I just think I think I need to be busy. I think that I need to almost be overwhelmingly busy in order to find focus. And maybe that's some undiagnosed ADHD. Um, Maybe it's just that I'm a little bit crazy, but when I have a lot going on, for some reason I can focus better and I feel more productive. So I'm just gonna roll with that feeling and go from there. Um, so what does that mean for my business? Because my kids will be taking on-site classes, I will actually just be hanging out at the school and I'll be doing my schoolwork there. So won't be out of the house much more than I already would normally be. And I'm just going to be multitasking while I'm there. So I will still be working my business. Um, I've taken the last few months to really get out of my own head. Um, People talk about a fear of failure, and that's very common. And I do definitely have a fear of failure in general, but I also have a fear of success. I have a fear of being so overwhelmingly busy that I disappoint people. Um, and I think that's also a common thing. I think that a lot of us feel like, uh, you're either going to fail because you're too busy, or going to fail because you're too successful. There's no middle ground. Um, in my brain. So I really had to find that middle ground the last few months, find where I'm comfortable and what my passions are again with my business. Um, because of the yearish and a half that I took off from my business, and in addition to rebranding during that time, my current social media following is not the same group of people that I'm necessarily marketing to now. And I could have just closed it all down and restarted social media, but I chose to rebrand everything, um, just to kind of keep it all in place. So, yeah, I'm going to be working on social media a lot more. I'm going to be working on the products that I have been brainstorming for a long time. Uh, I have reworked my calendar so that I can see things in front of myself. I found that I need to see it like every morning when I walk into my office and I look at my desk. It needs to be right there saying, this is what you do today, Heidi. ABC, cross it off your list. Um, so I needed that. I needed that time after the last few crazy years to really dig deep and figure out what I wanted and if I wanted to do this still. I love what I make. I love my customers. I don't love social media. I see people that do small businesses, like lots of different kinds of small businesses, and they're all over social media and they're doing um, videos, they're packaging products, they're making products, they're doing fun behind the scenes. And I don't know if it's because of my age or my personality or my work history. Most of a lot of my jobs were a lot of like phone jobs. I don't want to be married to my phone all the time. And it's a lot of work to set up like a real camera to record versus setting up your phone. But then I feel like I'm married to my phone all the time. So it's just trying to figure out that happy medium of how do I relate to my customers in the ways that they will see me without feeling like I'm selling myself out and overwhelming myself with all of the things. So, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, friends. But I have like bags that I'm working on. I started putting them together, the files today. Um, I have Zodiac bags that I had wanted to come out with this year. And I think I came out with two of them at the beginning of the year. And I just haven't been able to really get myself back in the game. So I will have those. Um, I have monthly flower embroidered bags. So every month it's like three bags, there are three styles of different flowers on zipper bags. They're really cute and I can't wait to put them together. But I really need this machine. It has like a, I don't know, it's got a blanket on it. Oh, because my cat likes to go up there, and two of my cats, and they eat the threads. And that is very dangerous. It's very costly with vet bills. And it's also not fun to rethread that stupid machine all the time. That machine is not my favorite for rethreading. So I had to put a blanket and tie it on so it can't get in there. But now I have to go check all the threads. I need to replace 15 needles. I need to grease and oil it. So I will do a video of that, of the maintenance, because I am going to be also getting back into my YouTube videos. I have a few left of the collectible Christmas from the first subscription, and I have everything from the second subscription that's current. It's like November to June. I haven't gotten July yet. And I want to stitch them. So my original plan was to do a Christmas in July on YouTube where I finish the unboxings and I start sewing them. And then my brother came into town and I got super distracted and I forgot what I was doing. So I have to play a little bit of catch up with those. But before I can do the unboxings, I have to fix my nails. So it's like this never ending circle of life that I have to figure out. Sarah says, I don't know how people do it. I only have YouTube, Instagram, and I can't keep up. Sometimes I get really like decent views on TikTok. Like every once in a while, I'll put a video that's like okay, and like my idea of like a good video is close to 2,000 views, which is not fantastic by anybody's standards, but I'm like small goals first, baby. So that's like the first thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna do like singing and dancing videos. I think that's not it's I want to say it's not who I am. Although during as I'm making dinner tonight and doing dishes, I was listening to Mega 100 and I was acting the fool in the kitchen. But that's me. That's who I am. That's what I do when I clean the rooms and make the dinners. Um, I don't want to do that on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know. I've got to figure something out. It's just what I make is not a fast thing. It's not like, oh, um, I can just do it in stages because there's so many steps to each stage of production. It's hard to remember, oh, I've got to change the camera angle and I've got to fix the lighting because it's an hour later than when I started. And it's just a lot. So I'm in a coaching group for my business that's specifically for social media, and I'm going to start kind of putting some things out there like, hey, does anybody have any tips for me that aren't going to take me an entire day of recording? Because ain't nobody got time for that. No, no, no. Um, so yeah. So I've been trying to get out of my own head. I've been building ideas to rebuild Heidi Mine. Um, and it's not, what do they say? It's a sprint, not a it's a race, not a it's a marathon, not a sprint. I forget. I'm not a runner. If the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna be totally honest. Unless I have weapons, but we're not gonna get into that right now. Yeah, So I know that it's a slow process. I'm fine with it being a slow and steady process. I'm okay being the turtle. I just I do want to see some return. And it's not a great year just for anyone that's listening that is even slightly interested in having a small business, a handmade business, what have you. Election years are already not the best years to start a business or rebrand a business because there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm not going to talk politics. It's just, it's a general thing. Election years are bad for small businesses. But also, in today's economy, I bought toilet paper today and it is a quarter smaller, like tall. Like I'm not even talking like because all toilet paper is its own crazy common core math. Like that stuff's weird. 2 ply, 3 ply, so many sheets, blah 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 blah. The percentages are always crazy. But I literally held up. I normally get toilet paper from Costco because my plumbing is not great in this really old house that I'm in. And that seems to work and not have give me problems that I have to put on the Heidi plumber pants. Um, I probably should have said Heidi plumber hat, but it sounded more funny. Plumber pants. uh, but ultimately, like it's worked. It's fine. Um, but I couldn't get out to Costco. I needed to get toilet paper, and I went to Safeway, which is probably the first mistake. And I bring it home, and I'm like, it's like an inch shorter. Like when I'm saying 25%, I mean it's like a full inch shorter than the other rolls. Not to mention it's smaller. Like they roll them, I want to say softer, but they roll them more loose, the Safeway ones. And so you already know you're getting less toilet paper. But then to make them shorter, why why is something so expensive that we literally use to throw away? No, 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 no. I'm gonna have to have a rant video one day. That would be so much fun. You guys could really see the crazy that happens in my brain. Um, because there's a whole lot of weird conversations that I have with myself um, when I'm listening to musicals and sewing. It's yeah. For a while, um, during during October when I'm making well September and October when I'm usually making masks and Halloween stuff, I like to listen to audiobooks while I cut and package because it doesn't take me a whole lot of like brain stuff. Like I can just do it. Um, but when I'm working, like sewing day to day, I have to listen to music and I can only listen to musicals for some reason because if I listen to the normal music that I listen to, I can't listen to rock and roll, I can't listen to rap or R&B or anything because I start dancing and then I messed up. Um, and you don't even want to get me started on my singing. I'm rambling on tangents, so I'm going to start to wrap it up because I will make myself talk for an hour if I don't stay on my notes. Um, on my notes. So let's see. I think I'm frozen. I don't know. I don't know if it's just my iPad that's frozen or if I'm actually frozen online. I guess I'll figure it out later. So rebuilding. And then just around the house. Around the house is crazy. It's a never-ending puzzle of trying to figure out what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of, and then finding homes for everything that we're going to keep. It's a hot mess. Um, Spiders are crazy this year. I've been spraying for spiders out in our front yard. I'm done. And today is Air Conditioner Appreciation Day. And where I live, they said yesterday it was going to be 112 today. I don't know if it got up to 110. I'm not sure. but it was a warm day. It was for sure. Okay, Sarah says I'm not frozen. Cool beans. Um, but yeah, it's hot. And I don't know. You get a lot of people, especially because I'm in California and we're Bay Area adjacent. People say we're Bay Area, and I'm like, no, we're not. Um, yeah, Sarah says the spiders are crazy. I have a whole colony of black widows in my front yard. And I'm like, I know I was around about starting a widow club, but that was not the club I wanted to start. Just saying. So they're not fun at all. It's all black widows and daddy long legs, and they're just having a party, front yard, porch, garbage cans. I cleaned my garbage cans because they were covered in spider webs. I was not having it. Um, but the air conditioner thing. So I'm in a Facebook group for the neighborhood my dad used to live in the next town over, because I think it's funny because they have all kinds of drama all the time. It's it's nonstop drama. And so it just makes me laugh when I see it because life is too short and sometimes I just find other people's drama funny. So the power went out yesterday, the day before. It was one of the last 2 days their power went out for whatever reason. There was like a fire. Um, and so they shut the power down, whatever. There's just one guy that gets on and he's talking about, he has solar and he has his battery backup. And he said that his house was a cool 74 degrees. Now, normally people want to verbally attack him because they're like, oh, you're trying to sell solar. I I have no problem with people trying to sell solar. I don't like it in those groups because it does get incessant. But is that the word I was looking for? It's annoying. Let's go with that one. It's annoying. Um, what I wanted to argue as I scream into my computer, there's no way his house was 74. I'm telling you right now, unless that man has tinfoil up on every single window and in his attic, his house was not 74 in the last 3 days. Okay? I did heating and air conditioning for 13 years for dad's company. My dad has done heating and air conditioning my entire life. And I am fairly close to pushing 50 at this point. Currently, my dad does tech support for heating and air conditioning companies. So he walks people through how to repair heaters and air conditioners. There is, and he lived in this neighborhood for close to 30 years, if not a little more than that. And we lived in 3 different models of house, or he did. I only lived in 2. Um, there's absolutely no way that on a triple digit day in Contra Costa County that one of those houses stayed 74 degrees, period. There's just no way. There's no way. The houses out here are not designed to do that. Mm-mm. I wanted to start drama so bad, but I stayed away. I maintained and I stayed away. Because I have my air conditioner is not as great as the other air conditioner I had, but even with my 15-0 air conditioner that I had before, that was R22 coolant, which was the best. Don't try to argue with me. You're not going to win. Um, we've had insulation put in the attic space, crawl space, whatever. You can barely fit. We've had all the windows replaced now. We've had some other stuff done. I forget. I have ceiling fans in every single room except the living room, but I put a room fan in there. I forget what else. We've done a bunch of things. But my house today, it topped out at 80 degrees. And I am not complaining, not even a little bit, because my neighbors do not have air conditioning. And I feel really bad because that sucks. And I have my own air conditioner in this room that is completely separate from the house air conditioner. And this one cools really well. So like sometimes most of the time I just leave the door open to the kitchen because then it's like we're using that air. But there's no way his house was 74 degrees. No way. Nope. Not believing it, buddy. Not for 1 second. So now that you've heard my rant, Sarah, we have to get together very soon. Um, yeah. Probably not at my house. But maybe when it's not triple digits, we can meet for ice cream. I know most people would say, go meet for ice cream at triple digits. You don't know Sarah and I. We will not do that. Just saying. So I am going to go ahead and say goodnight because I've been almost 45 minutes talking. I know I started late because I was trying to deal with tech issues. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you have not already, please be sure to give this video a like or a thumbs up, follow or subscribe, and comment with hashtag or hashtag replay. All of these interactions not only help to push out the videos to more people that would enjoy them, they help me know what content you are enjoying the most. What else? Oh, my mom was watching. Hi, Mom. And then, oh, I will be doing a sale this weekend. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna think about it tonight and I'm gonna set it up in the morning for Independence Day because it is Independence Day Eve. We are gonna go hang out with my father-in-law tomorrow. We're thinking pizza. Pizza is our love language. What can you do? So, yeah, hopefully next week I won't have the tech problems and I will have this space a little bit more cleaned up and maybe we'll have the other camera angle. Who knows? Not me, playing it by ear. But I will be doing, like I said, I'll be doing the collectible Christmas. So by the weekend, I'm going to say by the weekend. By the weekend, I should have a nail video, some collectible Christmas unboxing, hopefully some collectible Christmas stitch outs. I am also working on getting back on track with my YouTube schedule, which will include sewing videos, cook with me, clean with me, and feature Fridays, which feature Fridays are going to be kind of the nails and the unboxings and maybe some other things thrown in there. I will be doing, I'll be posting some unboxing. I don't know if I'm going to do reviews, but unboxings of some of our science we've gotten over the years. I have some older footage. I just need to do some serious editing and then I can get that put onto my channel. But I figured I would do that August, September when most people are going to be going back to school. I know I probably should have aimed to do it for July, but I didn't. Forgive me. I will see you guys next time. I have to remember how to end the stream now. Da, 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 da. That's our outro.